Next on Worcester News tonight, a close call in Webster. Police are recognizing the quick actions of residents who helped save a man from drowning. Plus, creating a citywide campus of youth development. The state awards a grant to help the innovative Youth Connect program. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. Webster police are crediting the quick actions of residents who helped them respond to an emergency on the water. Police say they were in the area when they received a call about a man in distress and were able to use neighbors' boats to pull the man to safety. Our Rutland Flaherty spoke with neighbors today and joins us live now from Webster with the latest. Rutland.
Olivia, police say if it wasn't for those Good Samaritans who offered their boats, it would have been a much different story. AJ Bradley called 911 when he lost sight of a family friend in Webster Lake on the 4th of July.
He was swimming and then he was just under.
Bradley says the friend had jumped off the dock. Police say when they arrived, they had Bradley's neighbor take them out on a boat to find the distressed swimmer. Bradley went on another boat to help.
They were using their flashlights because it was about 20 minutes of 11, so it was pretty dark. And the lake at night is really dark and it's hard to see people. So this gentleman, they actually saw him underwater.
Police, with the help of a few other Good Samaritans, pulled the man from the water. Chief Michael Shaw says they could not have saved the man from drowning without the help of others.
Kudos to that gentleman for getting involved and the other two people that jumped on the boat to help look for him and help get him on the boat.
Police learned the man had been drinking and at one point fell and hit his head. They say his injuries do not appear to be life-threatening. Bradley says he's relieved to hear the man is okay and was happy to be able to help.
I was more concerned about his family and because he has 2 kids and a wife, and I wanted to make sure that they would be okay, and it was my responsibility to get him out of the water and find him.
Again, police say he suffered non-life-threatening injuries. They advise people to be responsible around the water. We're live in Webster. Rutland Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
Mostly clear skies across central Massachusetts today. It was a gorgeous day to spend outside, but if you didn't get a chance today, we can expect more of the same tomorrow. Let's get a first look at our local
good evening to you. What a warm, beautiful summer day we've been enjoying out there across Worcester County. The Worcester area will continue to see temperatures in the low 80s through 7 o'clock, and we approach a hazy sunset too. That haze in the sky due to some Canadian wildfire smoke that's been wafted in the upper levels of the atmosphere towards our area. So take some pictures and snapshots of the sunset. The colors should be more brilliant than normal. Warm even through 9 o'clock this evening. 11 o'clock, clear sky and 69 degrees. And we're on our way to a low of 67 degrees in Worcester, 66 in Fitchburg, and 73 degrees in Boston. A very subtle wind from the west-northwest, east-northeast wind as we go into tomorrow's forecast. And our highs will be in the mid-80s to upper 80s across Fitchburg, 85 degrees in Worcester. More heat, but also more humidity as we go into the midweek forecast. And we increase the humidity into Thursday with some scattered rain and thunderstorm chances. I'll show you the hour-by-hour timing coming up in your 10-day.
All right, thank you, Pamela. A rollover crash is under investigation in Worcester. This was the scene earlier this morning on Harvard Street. Police say one person suffered minor injuries. The roadway reopened a short time later. Again, the cause is under investigation. A Worcester man is held without bail Tuesday after pleading not guilty to a murder charge in Superior Court. Antonio Lucas entered a not guilty plea in the stabbing death of his ex-girlfriend. Prosecutors say he stabbed 41-year-old Kalia Celine De Silva multiple times at the home she shared with him. Lucas's case was continued to August 28th. For more than 10 years, the site of the former Edgemere Drive-In in Shrewsbury has been vacant. Now plans for 250 apartments, a supermarket, and other businesses are moving forward. Boston-based Route 20 Nominee Trust recently filed a notification under the Massachusetts Environmental Policy Act. They also submitted a request to the Planning Board for site plan approval and a special permit for construction on the site. The anchor tenant, Market Basket, would occupy about 80,000 square feet of the main building.
We are seeing our Route 20 corridor as really being the next place for vitality in Shrewsbury, and we feel that this is a great crossroads at Lake Street and Route 20 and would really kick off that redevelopment of the area.
And the town's planning board is holding a public hearing Thursday on the proposal. A unique summer camp at Becker College offers high school students a chance to spend 2 weeks on campus. Their summer game camp introduces students to all aspects of game development, including game design, game art, and animation. The program is taught by Becker College professors and gives students a first-hand look into programs offered at the school. They say it also stresses the importance of teamwork and creative collaboration.
We find a lot of people who actually come to the camp come to Becker College, and it's actually great because it gives them a good idea of how the program is, but with a lot less stress of grades and so forth. So they do really well their first year here.
And by the end of the camp, students will have created a portion of a video game and other assets. The Department of Conservation and Recreation's Summer Night program kicks off with a grant from the state. It extends daytime summer youth programs into the night and offers safe and supportive programs for youth. Our Chandler Walsh joins us live now with more. Chandler.
Olivia, the program came from an idea on how to keep inner city youth off the streets on long summer nights. The city of Worcester also offers free summer programming, providing healthy activities for kids.
Extra time on the court is one way to keep kids busy and safe this summer. It's the goal of the state's Summer Nights program, which extends recreational hours for youth at places like the YMCA and Boys and Girls Club.
When kids get bored, they can get into situations that are not healthy for them. So having organized activities and places that they enjoy with friends and other people their ages is a more productive way of organizing their summer.
Worcester is one of the initiative's 26 cities, and activities range from sports to arts. Natalina Perez participated for 3 years.
When school's over, all the sports are done and everything's just kind of mellowed out, but it helped me to keep active physically and mentally.
City program Recreation Worcester also keeps kids healthy and safe when school's out.
It's underestimated how important play is for young people. That's where they learn to negotiate. That's when they learn patience and forgiveness, and that's when they learn to de-escalate and problem solve.
This programming is for kids up to 12, but teens can stay involved as counselors in training.
They come to the park 3 days a week and run activities for the young people, and then 2 days a week receive mentorship and leadership training.
Summer Nights reaches 5,000 kids across Massachusetts. The state says it fosters relationships, leadership, and development.
We've seen a reduction in youth violence since we've started the program. It's hard to pinpoint, is this the only thing, or are there other factors? But we really would like to think that this program has made a difference in our inner cities.
Both Recreation Worcester and the DCR's Summer Nights are in their 5th year and growing. They also both offer free meals and say they've seen positive changes in the community. Olivia.
All right, Chandler, thank you for that. A cannabis cultivation and manufacturing site receives local approval to open in Worcester. Calyx Peak plans to open a site in this building on Pullman Street. They received approval from Worcester's planning board late last month and have plans to open 3 retail locations in Massachusetts. Before the Worcester site can open, the company needs final approval from the state's Cannabis Control Commission. The site on Pullman Street will be closed to the public and open only to workers who will staff the facility. Rutland police are investigating one of their own for posing outside of a business turned crime scene. A woman was killed inside the popular O'Connor's restaurant, and her friends and family say the photo is insensitive. Alicia Palumbo has the story.
This selfie, taken by a Rutland police sergeant outside the Worcester restaurant where 31-year-old Amanda Dabrowski was murdered last week, has angered some of her relatives and friends. Dabrowski's relative Erin Ethier posted the photo to Facebook with the comment, "Hey Rutland Police Department, isn't this your sergeant posting inappropriate pictures on Facebook?" Sergeant Troy Chauvin, who had posted the photo without comment to his personal Facebook page, deleted the original post, apologized, and explained in another post that he is a huge fan of Irish bars and has his own in his basement modeled after O'Connor's that he calls O'Chauvin's.
I know who he is. I don't think there was any malicious intent, but I think with social media, sometimes you have to be careful about how you act in public, especially if you're a member of a police department.
The town administrator said Rutland Police Chief Nicholas Monaco immediately launched an internal investigation.
The town has been informed by Sergeant Chauvin that he did not intend to cause any harm with his post on his personal social media platform and has issued an apology both publicly and directly to the family as well.
Reaction around town was mixed.
I guess it was definitely unnecessary. I mean, it was kind of a touchy subject. I guess he shouldn't have done that. I mean, you could have not posted the picture about it.
He's a really good guy. I've known him for years. He's been on the force, and he's just, I think it was just a case of bad timing. I don't think he meant to offend anyone. I don't think he was trying to reference the incident that happened there.
Sergeant Chauvin is still on active duty as a police officer in town and has not been placed on any leave during this internal investigation. At the Rutland Police Department, Alicia Palumbo, Worcester News Tonight.